In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use array constraint function. If you have not heard about it, please watch this video. In this video, I have two examples to demonstrate when to use this function, what it is, and how to use it when you're analyzing your data. I have two examples. The first example will explain the basics, and example number two, I'll combine it with other Google Sheet functions to make it more powerful. So let's get started by understanding the constant. So I type array constraint. So this constraint function returns the result array constrained to specific width and height. So what it means is that I give it an input, and of that input I specify return for me 3 rows and 1 column, or 3 rows and 3 columns. So those are the columns that it will, and the way it works, it returns the first one. You say 3 to return the first 3 rows and the first 3 columns. That is all about what the array constraint function is. So I type array constraint, I select the data here, then comma, the second argument is the number of rows. So of this data set, and say you see it has 19 rows, let's return 5 rows, and the columns are 3, I can say return 2. So the way it works to return the first 5 rows and the first 2 columns. So when I close my brackets and press enter, you're gonna see that it runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and the columns, this is the first column, the second column. The way it works is that it returns the first. So when you see John is the first here, then number 5 is Peter, which is returned here. And the columns, it does not skip the amount, but it will return the name and the amount. So in brief, looking at the basics, this is all about the array constraint. However, we can combine it with other Google Sheet functions to make it more powerful. So let's look at an example, same data. Now, in this example, your boss tells you, hey guy, I want you to extract only finance. And in finance, I don't want everything of finance, but I want only the top 5 values of the finance. When you use the array constraint as demonstrated earlier, and you specify the number of rows and columns and the input, you return the first rows and first columns. So that one will not give us what we want. What we want is only finance, and for that finance, we want the top 5 values. In terms of values, we want the top 5. So when we think about this problem number 1, we need to extract only finance. So we need to think of a function that extracts only a particular variable, like finance. So that is the first problem. And the second one, because we need from the highest to the lowest, then we need to think of another function which will do the sorting so that the finance that is already extracted will be arranged in terms of values from the top to the end. Then it will extract only the top 5. After that, we use the array constraint to extract the top. So let's get started. As I explained, first of all, we need only finance. So we need to get our data here, go down and filter out only finance. So I'm going to specify everything that I want to return. And by the way, if you don't know how to use the filter function, I do have a video on that, but I'm not going to go into details here. So the next argument is select the department for which I'm going to filter by, and I specify finance, like so. Hit close my brackets, hit enter. So you're gonna see it has extracted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is not what I want. What I want is only 5. It has brought 6 here, but I want only 5. And those 5, I want them arranged from top, the highest on top, and the next, like so. So in other words, it should be in descending order. So after we have achieved the filtering, we need to sort our data. So with the sort, open brackets. What are we going to sort? The range is this one here, comma. The next is we're going to sort by which column? We have 1, 2, 3. So we are sorting by column 3. And the last argument is ascending. The true, it is going to sort it in ascending order, but what we want is from the highest to the lowest. So we are going to say false, which means descending order. So we say false, close your brackets. You can see now it is in descending order. The highest amount is on top and the lowest is down. Now, after we have done all this, we want to select 5 rows and 3 columns. So this is where our array constraint function comes in. Constraint. Then we say the range input is this, that is already sorted. How many rows do we want? We want the top 5, comma, how many columns? We want 3. So here we have 6. You're going to observe that Susan is going to go away. So we say like so. So you'll see that we have gone into this data set. We have got finance. We have arranged the figures of finance that we extracted in ascending order. So this is how you can effectively use array constraint function to achieve what you want. Hope this has been helpful. And if so, please subscribe, share, give me your comments, and see you in the next video.